And welcome to the connection between one-sided limits and limits. So recall, when we talked about limits, when we looked at the graph, we did our tracing of the graph from both the left and the right. So you traced our graph from the left and the right. And the two sides had to wind up at the same target, the same y value, for us to say the limit existed. So they had to wind up at the same y value for the limit to exist. So in terms of our picture, we had our graph and we traced from both the left and the right, and we wanted those to wind up at the same point. Well, the left is precisely the left limit. The right is precisely the right limit. So essentially, if we want the limit to exist, then the left and the right limit have to match each other. So our fact is if the limit as x approaches c of f of x exists, in fact, the only way that it exists, let's just say the limit f as x approaches c of f of x exists only if the limit as x approaches c from the left of f of x is equal to the limit as x approaches c from the right of f of x. And if this is true, then we get that the limit as x approaches c of f of x is equal to those limits. So let's say that all of these are equal to L, the left limit and the right limit both equal L, then the overall limit also equals L. The left side and right side limit have to agree for us to have that the limit exists.